Hello, it's Richard at Richard's Guitars, and I've got a really exciting video to show you today. And whilst it's not technically about this guitar has, oh, excuse the finger marks, it's a second-hand guitar. It's not been all polished up. This is a Joe Satriani signature model. This was actually my favourite signature model of all Ibanez guitars ever. I remember the days. Oh, what have I done? I turn my thing off. Turn my power on. So yeah, Ibanez, Joe Satriani. Oh. Do you recognise that? I mean, obviously, it's very bad. Whatever, you remember it. About 20 years since I played that. But this was the guitar that you had to play all that stuff on. The all that legato. All that kind of stuff. Well, the reason why I've got all this, I thought I'd show you that, is the Joe Satriani signature model, my favourite ever guitar, was made by FujiGen. And that is the core principle of what I want to tell you about today. FujiGen, made in Japan, Japanese. It's what makes Japanese production special. You know, people, when they talk about guitars that are made in Japan, MIJ, the MIJ badge, it's all about FujiGen. FujiGen is just the mecca of quality. So when I had the opportunity of getting involved with selling them, I was really excited and a little bit kind of like, whoa, you know, what will their own guitars be like? And so today I'm going to show you. And I thought, rather than showing you the first guitar I got out the box, was from their, what they call their J standard range. Not silly money, but about 700 quid, 650 quid. And I could not believe what guitar I was playing. It just, the quality was insane. So I naturally wanted to talk about that. But what I thought was, look, I want to talk about where, I'm going to start today by showing you where they start from, the cheapest guitars. So theoretically, this should be their cheap, you know, you want to step up from this really. And then because there's 2 or 3 extra levels you can go from here. But I'm telling you, they are absolutely, utterly extraordinary quality. And I'm going to get into trouble for doing this, but I'm going to give you a demonstration of 2 alternatives to what I'm going to show you. And they're real life samples of what I deal with in a day. And I'm going to show you how they compare on just on a basic level. So I'm going to show you 2 of the key models. One is called the Iliad, so that's this one. Just make sure, yeah. So the first one is the Iliad, and the Iliad is, as you can see, it's a famous kind of, it's a bit like a Godin Smith Classic T, shall we say. And the other one is the Odyssey. And so the Odyssey follows more like a kind of classic S Super Strat style thing. Both of these guitars are 449, okay? Now the reason why this is kind of exciting for me on a personal level is I am absolutely, and I mean totally, sick to death of selling electric guitars that are crap, okay? Now, and what I mean by that is, we're not talking about a budget guitar brand here, are we? We're not talking about a budget of £400. Yet, it seems impossible, and I mean impossible, to get guitars. Well, you've seen what, let's say, I don't mention it, but you know, straight on the downward likes for all the Gibson fans out there. But yeah, we know we can buy £2,000 guitars, and they can be appalling. But I know that it's just as equal. I can buy a £200 cork guitar and it'd be great. £200 cork guitar can be superb. I I have tried to fill this price point with my very best personal recommendations. For years I've sold G&L guitars. But over time, unless the product is cared for at the factory stage, you just end up with these endless miscellaneous problems with them that unless they are fully quality controlled and set up, you're constantly going to get things out there that are poor. And I've witnessed this time and time again. G&L I really wanted to, I had a very personal vested interest in G&L because it was something that I've recommended for so many years. But it was heartbreaking to see the quality issues that were on those guitars. In the end, it got took out of my hands. Then I have replaced that with Fret King. Fret King in principle are lovely guitars. But I've just got to say it, they suffer with exactly the same problems, okay? Exactly the same issues. And maybe I'll start, and this is all part of the, when I do a video, it's going to go off slightly different angles, and you know that, and because it's heartfelt, and I'm trying to tell you truths. So I'm going to show you a guitar that I love. I've got them sort of down here to bring in when I want to use them, but I'm kind of going into it straight away. And then I can get onto the other guitars because it will demonstrate the differences. This is a guitar that I actually love. It's called a Corona, and it's got a P90, which I really like in the back pickup, and I really love the fretboard. I love the sound it makes. So there's something really there's something very natural about this. I love the feel. It's got a nice comfortable radius on the fretboard, kind of traditional Stratty style, shall we say. Then I brought this out to have a kind of comparison. Now that's not a kill switch, that's a that's a pickup switch. So that pickup switch is basically knackered. It's no good. So that switch needs to be replaced, and when we sell the guitar, we'll replace it. The customer will end up with a great guitar. It's got locking machine heads, but it's just ruined by the fact that every time I pick one up, this one's in clearance, because I've lost my heart with it a bit, because it's like these aren't picked out. These aren't picked out because these are all rejects that are piling up. These are just my current stock. Now, it's a really simple, it's a fucking simple process of just replacing that, or just not sending it to me. Do you know what I mean? Just don't send me that guitar, because it's not right. I don't want a customer to receive that guitar. But guitars like this will go out to customers all around the country and around the world, and it kind of just brings down the value of the brand. So, let's talk about FGN. The cheapest switch they do, the cheapest model they do. Okay, neck pickup. Neck pickup. Listen to this tone control. Now you may or may not appreciate this. Is that tone, as I'm moving that round, that tone control is actually doing what it's supposed to do. From the beginning you start dialing that round, it's none of this kind of on off, dial it around 7/10 of the way around and the last 30% gives you some tone control. That tone control is absolutely spot on. Volume control. That's full volume. Bottom line is the volume control. It works. And it's not noisy. It's absolutely fantastic. The neck feels absolutely beautiful. The frets. Now I've tried the higher end models. So I know comparatively these frets are a little bit sharper than the other ones that I've tried, but they're amazing. These are frets that we can do what we're supposed to do, finish them off. Finish them off, just finish off the edges of the frets. The way the guitars come out the box is absolutely magnificent. The playability of this guitar is second to none, and it's £449. And it sounds like this kind of guitar should. Oh. That kind of thing. So, and earlier on, I was getting a bit of old rock. That's sweet as a nut. Neck pickup. Roll off the tone for some of those jazzy tones. Absolutely brilliant. It's just a proper rock and roll slab Tele-ish type thing. It's got a really nice neck. See the neck join there. So it's just curved off, so a nice bit of thought goes there. Old vintage style machine heads, hopefully you can see that there, and so they're lovely. They seem to be staying in tune well. They probably aren't the most expensive machine heads, I don't know, but they seem to be working completely well. A beautiful FGN. I love the FGN logo, if it will just go on that. I love that logo, I think it's really nice. There's nothing about this guitar that I can say feels cheap. It just does everything that it's supposed to do. It's clean, it's beautifully made, it's a breath of fresh air, and I'm absolutely smitten with that. £449 for a classic T-style guitar, made in Japan. It's a no-brainer, a complete no-brainer. And then we've got the, look at this. Oh, look. Again, I'm not going to play it or show you in full detail because, but look at the finish on this baby here. This is the J series, and look at that. So that's a J series. But again, we're only talking about, oh, you have to look at the pricing, but it's about £600, £700. And you've got Seymour Duncan machine heads, Seymour Duncan pickups on this model. And we have to look at the full spec. So, absolutely beautiful. That's the J series ash body version of the one I'm playing now. So there you go, there's the ash, natural ash, absolutely gorgeous. So yes, it's exciting times. So let me just plug in this one. So again, if you're after more of that kind of Stratty sound, Strat-esque 3 single coil, what FGN are doing on this one is giving you a, it's just following along with everything they do. This one's got a coil tap, but the coil tap is brilliant. And the single coil type tone, I don't know the physics of it, but I know that, you know, it's not strictly a single coil, but it seems to work so well that it really sounds like a single coil. So if I put that on the back pickup, there's your single coil sound, okay? That's your back pickup, your spanky. You want that nasally second pickup sound, that's that in-between sound. Listen to that switch. You can't listen to the switch because it's not making a noise. It's just great. Oh god, a switch. Oh, silent switch. £449. Right, okay. That's the in-between sound. That is beautiful. It's beautiful. Everything about this guitar. Now listen to this. So that's the in-between sound. Now we're going to humbucker it. Lifts up. It's absolutely magnificent. It's brilliant. Neck pickup. Tone control. Works. It's quiet. Can't even tell it's doing anything because I'm doing it in short speed, like short rolls. So the tone control. I go kind of, let's say, in between, you go on the humbucker, some bit of bite. Is their cheapest guitar they do. That is their. This is FGN's cheapest guitar. Look at that. The finish is basically beautiful, and the frets are lovely. Comes out the box playing beautifully. Sounds amazing. That's £449. So that's it, guys. My biggest concern is when I just want you to absolutely 100% faithfully believe everything I tell you when I'm telling you something in a video. I don't put something in a video just because I want to sell the gear. I want to find stuff that I want to sell. I want to find stuff that you're going to come into my shop and go, wow, Rich, I completely, totally agree. I don't want to be mean, but here's a Godin. This is exactly the same guitar. This is exactly the same guitar, okay? It's the same specs. This is a gorgeous guitar. This is a gorgeous guitar. And it's got, look, exactly the same, there, look, neck access. Does it have a coil tap? Yes. Session. Lovely neck. The neck on this, it's got a nice rolled over neck. I like that. Does it have a silent switch? Please. Because yeah, Godin guitars are really well made. Pretty quiet, pretty quiet. Tone control works nicely. Great. Lovely, 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 lovely. That sounds awesome, doesn't it? But that's a £700 guitar. This is 700 quid. So that's a £700 guitar. and it's great actually. I'm really glad that turned out because I love that guitar. That's a Godin Session. Do I sell many of them? No, nobody ever wants to buy one of those. Nobody wants a Godin Session. They want a Fender Strat. You know, that'll knock rings around the Strat. But now you see, around the same kind of price, we've got the Seymour Duncan FGN guitars too. So there's a bit more option, a bit more choice, and you can have the classic T style, the classic S style, and obviously there's the kind of LP style coming. There's lots to happen with FGN, so I've let this ramble on in 20 minutes. So yeah, I've rambled, but it's just like a beginning of a new era. So okay, that's it. I'm gonna go home. I hope that came across okay, because I'm in my excitement. I'm sort of not really thinking about what. Hopefully, I've told you everything you need to know. Okay, all right. Oh, by the way, this is really important. If you said that you wanted one of those little free gifts that I was giving away in the last video, it was the one with the little pendant thing in a gift box and stuff. If you said that you wanted one of those in the first evening that I put that video out, I've put a comment on the YouTube. So go to community and you'll see what I've written there. Follow the instructions of the community page, and you'll get your free gift. I was going to do it for the first 5, and just thought, well, it's not fair on people if the first 5. So anybody who did it on the first evening can have one, and they're really lovely. Yeah. Okay. Cheers. See you soon. Bye.